to the Mike A.U. podcast. This is your boy, Big Fridge, aka the Mike A16 Soulwood, the Mike A16 downtown, the Mike A16 everywhere. Hit me up. Hey, I didn't hear no music, man.
You didn't hear no music?
No. That's what
Well, it don't matter. We live anyway.
I pause for the calls. I'm with my main man.
That is IMUINKC on X. What it do?
What it do? Big Frenchie doing remote today. He was a little under the weather last week, like super sick, had the super flu or whatever. Better this week. Still got a lingering little cough, but I've been having that lingering cough forever now. But I'm better. Be live back in the studio next week. Besides this dang on cold and snowstorm that's happening.
Yeah, it's definitely happening.
You staying warm?
Yeah, actually, I had to do some extracurriculars this morning. Had to actually get the fireplace started rolling. So I'm in a different location than we normally are. So
Yeah, I can tell by the background.
listen, I got this Patrick Mahomes picture that I thought about replacing there, but that's doing the most, and I ain't gonna do them. I'm not the one to do the most, so I was like, screw it.
We were scheduled to have Big Fish on the show today, but duty calls.
Yep. Shoot.
Mo Horton just texted me. 816-654-6883 is the number. I'm live at home, downtown, Kansas City, Missouri. Is that how you say it, Missouri?
Listen, when you said Missouri, I knew the next statement to follow was going to be, is that how you say it?
Is it?
I don't know.
That's what Norm Stewart used to say, your favorite basketball coach of all time in college?
At this point, I just let people beat him because, dictionaries don't matter anymore. The sources don't matter anymore. Only time they matter is when you're on ESPN, combating Cam Newton and Ryan Clark.
Oh, all the black hate today.
Black hate?
Lord have mercy.
I don't know about hate. It's just Ryan Clark be using all them vociferous words. School words, as you used to call them.
I still call them school words.
Anyway.
All right, speaking of them, the Buffalo Bills lost to the Denver Broncos. Your take on that game?
They should have replaced the coach 2 years ago.
So you finally agree with me.
You act like you be having good takes. You don't be having no good takes, bro.
I know. I be having great takes, baby.
Shut up. Anyway, we all believe they should have fired McDermott, but they was, you know what? They were in the same boat that the Atlanta Falcons were in with Mike Smith.
Yeah, Mike Smith.
Where they was winning, they get a certain level and they never pass that level. And so at some point, as the ownership, as GM, you got to be like, man, can we get better at this or can we not? And at first you feel like, no, you can't because, hey, when you get into the AFC championship, we should be able to pass this at some point, right?
Uh-huh.
They're not even getting to the championship anymore. They like, this is the second year I think they've exited in the divisional round.
Correct.
Second year in a row. And 3 years out of 4, they've exited in the division round, I want to say. So if that's the case, because I don't even know how long Brandon Beane been there, but
they not letting him go because they just promoted him again.
Exactly. So here's the concept.
Isn't he the same Brandon Beane that hooked up Oakland when they were struggling, then they came back. The Oakland Athletics. I think that's the same Brandon Bean.
I'm not sure. I don't. I haven't paid attention to baseball like that in a long time. So, um, how long Brandon Bean been the NFL coach? I mean, coach. How
GM.
long he been in? How long he been in Buffalo?
I want to say at least 4 or 5 years.
I feel like it's been longer than that, but I guess not. I guess you're right. But I mean, 5 years with the success they've had, I understand why you wouldn't fire him. I get it completely. But um, I don't know, man. Something got to change up in Bill's Mafia. Structure, power. I don't know. I don't know what needs to change. But something got to change up in Bill's Mafia. What are your thoughts?
Uh, he been in the NFL for 28 years.
Of course,
Before
he.
becoming the Buffalo general manager in 2017.
Why do I feel like he been there like? Well, I guess it is almost a decade now. Because I was about to say, why does it feel like he's been there a decade? Yeah, it's been about a decade now. Dang, 2017 been that long ago.
Yes.
You old, my G. You old.
Just keep living.
You old, man.
Yeah, and
You
I
know
got a
we've
birthday,
been.
and I got a birthday coming up too
Yeah, we know. Our Groundhog Day.
next Monday.
They named the day after you.
Damn, I'm that old. Where I think the day was there before me, but I'll take it. But
But
what's that? What is your take on that Brandon Cook catch or not catch?
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if it was or not. You shouldn't have
Yeah.
let you. You should play a game to where the refs do or don't are not in it. That's period. That's period.com. And if Josh Allen hadn't fumbled that ball, it probably would have been a different story.
Yes.
So it's irrelevant. It's to me, for me, it's irrelevant because Josh Allen shouldn't have fumbled the ball. He ran enough footballs to know. He's not Tom Brady here. He doesn't know. he runs a better 40 than Tom Brady. He runs better than Tom Brady.
But he
Like
don't carry the ball better than Tom Brady.
apparently. And if you know how to carry the ball, why don't you carry the ball right? Because there's always somebody behind you, bro. You're like,
They gotta catch you.
if he had to carry that ball, probably would have been a different story. It was one of those, I can't even remember what they call it. What do they call it? The butterfly effect,
I
where
heard the
something
butterfly.
where something affects another thing. And had he carried that ball correctly, I think that would have been a butterfly effect, and they probably would have won that game going away. They probably would have won it in a manner that uh, what's the name of the team they played?
The Broncos.
The Broncos would have had to make a comeback, and they wouldn't have done it. But based on that defense, maybe they would have. Who knows? But yeah, that's how I feel about it. What do you feel?
Uh, I just think that about the catch. I think
Yes,
if they would have slowed it down and did it, he was down by contact. I'm cool with them saying the interception. But the only problem I have, the next night, Bears and Rams, same thing happened. They caught them down. Either both of them interceptions or both of them down. It can't be one this way and the other one that way. I think that the referees is been inconsistent all year, and I'm with you. You claims like that shouldn't even come down to that. And even if it did, you should. What did you do prior to that play? You still overthrew Kincaid, or was that Knox for the touchdown?
bro.
Uh,
I was pissed at him for that, and I'm not a Buffalo fan. I was mad at him for that.
and then you had, several plays that you could have got. You got sacked a couple of times. You threw a pick. You had fumbles. That 10-point turnaround right before the half was crazy. So there's always other plays. Uh, Big Fish Niner Nation went to Seattle. I think they was already on vacation mode with George Kittle out. It was like 41-6. What is your take on that game? And by the way, even though Seattle won the game, they probably lost the war because Charbonnet tore his ACL.
Who?
Charbonnet, the starting running back. Even though Walker's the other running back, Walker has been playing great, but you still would like to have a 1-2 punch going into the title game.
Here's the thing about let me touch on what you just said. Here's the thing about a running game, a team that relies on a running game and got a quarterback like Sam Darnold. You're not relying on Sam Darnold. That's just the way it is. You're not going to rely on Sam Darnold. So you have running backs. I guarantee whoever they got at the I don't even know who the next person man up is. But if your
Walker.
team I know Kenneth Walker, but after that, I don't
Oh
know who
yeah.
the next man up is. I could look it up real quick, but it's not that big of a deal. Um, with a team like that, and you know who your starting running back is, you know who your starting quarterback is, and you are confident in his abilities, but you know he may or may not put away a game for you. Those are the type of teams that win championships. Uh, Tom Brady is one person we know that you have supreme confidence in to win a game for you, right?
Uh huh.
And he can rally the troops. It was the same with Patrick Mahomes. And that's the issue that you have with the 49ers that you got to build a whole team. Like, you can build a team with Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, even Josh Allen to a certain degree. But at some point, somebody's got to put somebody on their back. And when you got a whole team, when you got to build in a whole team of competitors, who gonna put the person on their back? You don't have nobody. And that's kind of the issue that the 49ers had trying to beat the Chiefs two times I mean, not in a row, but two times. Like, they didn't have anybody to put the team on their back. And it could have been Josh Kittle. I mean, yeah, Josh Kittle. It could have been
George.
Kittle, George Kittle. And it should have been Garoppolo with the missed throw to Emmanuel Sanders because Emmanuel Sanders was trying to put the team on his back then. But when you got a team like that, you already know what you're gonna get in the playoffs because whether their running back went down, because we're talking about Seattle, their running back did go down. But at the end of the day, they already knew they was a running team. So I guarantee they got another back there besides Kenneth Walker. So that could end up being like what catapults them into the next level because to be honest, who's the team they're playing?
The Niners.
No, the team that they're going to play in the championship game.
The Rams.
The Rams. The Rams can't game plan against the next guy. Whoever's next man up, they can game plan for him, but they haven't really seen him. So that adds an element of surprise a little bit. And unless you're one of those super prepared teams. So
We're gonna
that's
see
my
if
concept.
we're gonna see if Mike McDaniel can actually coach. I mean Mike McDonald. But that's for a few minutes later.
Say
Uh,
that again.
we got to see if Mike McDonald can actually coach now.
I don't know.
This
I don't know if this will be what caught what like. I don't know if this will be the thing that shows us whether he can coach. I think he's about to go up against. I don't know. I think he can coach. It's just different. That's all.
Sunday games. It was the most watched game in ESPN history. Any program, which is shocking to me,
It is.
because that Rams and Chiefs game in Mexico, that shootout was amazing. And they was both undefeated at that time, going like 9-0, 10-0 on that Monday night.
I don't think it was Mexico. Were we in Mexico? I don't think we was in Mexico.
No, it was supposed to be in Mexico, but they went back to LA, I think,
Oh, okay.
because
All right.
because
All
the
right.
Mexico field was so messed up.
It's always messed up.
But
Crazy.
but at that time, what's that? Around about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, they was both undefeated like week 9 or week 10 or something. So
It was 2018.
so it so I'm surprised that game wasn't it. But anyway, the Houston Texans versus the New England Patriots. Your thoughts on that game?
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Is CJ the dude? Is Bomanicious the dude?
For the Texans, yes.
You think so?
I
I
just
I, I, wor- I
I
wonder
just
about that.
I just think that, well, what we're not realizing is he came off an injury, right?
Okay.
And then you go to the playoffs. Even though Doodlesburg is Doodlesburg, they still got a top 8 defense. They still got
Okay.
one of they still got one of the best pass rushers in T.J. Watts, and they had a good game plan. The Patriots defense is not slouches neither, and they had a good game plan. So when you start playing these good defenses, and you coming off injuries, and even though you played like the last 3, 4 games of the season, you gotta get back in rhythm. Uh, do he need to work a little bit harder in the offseason? For sure, for sure. Uh, but then you
Well,
was
what
play
does
out
that mean
Denver.
though? But what does that mean? Like, what do you mean work harder? You mean train harder? You mean running faster? What does that mean?
To me, train harder, put in the extra work. You know how some people take. All right, we done. I ain't gonna get back out to another month and a half. Take a week off. Take 2 weeks off. Enjoy your time. Then get back on the field. Then go work out with your receivers and all that stuff.
I,
Patrick Mahomes. Like, I guess we see Patrick Mahomes because we in the Kansas City market, but we already know Tom Brady work after the season, whether he win the Super Bowl or not. He's right back on the field with Edelman and Wes Welker them. Then some of the other young guys. He ain't out partying all the time. I'm not saying CJ is like that, but CJ got to prepare a little bit better and come back more focused, in my opinion. I think he's still a top 15 quarterback,
it's not hard to be a top 15 quarterback.
and I think he's in the right system.
Do you?
Actually, yeah.
I think here's my take on the Texans. They have a nice system around everything. I like if I was going to build a team, my goal would be to build it the way the Texans have built it when it comes to the infrastructure and the system around it. Like they built a top 10 defense. The defense was going nuts, okay, this postseason. Defense been crazy, right?
And and they actually number one in the whole league.
Exactly. So that's the formula for Super Bowls in the past. That's not the formula for this Super Bowl. That's not this the form. That's the formula for back when Pittsburgh and the Ravens were going to the Super Bowl. Back when Tom Brady first went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, shots fired, shots fired. Um, but now you got to have, and I do believe CJ is I believe he can do it. But here's the thing: he's not the same guy that he came in the league at, and I don't think they've adjusted to that. That's the problem. I don't think the Texans have adjusted to him being the same guy in the league as he was when he came in. And if they as a whole can figure out that part, I think they go farther and further in the playoffs. Because the Texans in the past relied on TJ Watt or JJ Watt to be that guy for them. So they relied on one player. And that's one of the problems I have with a bunch of different teams is that, they got that elite player and they rely too much on him. You have a whole team. Like the Texans have built it to me in the way that it probably should be built. And when you do that, it makes it a little bit better for success because you're not relying if that person goes out. That's just the way I feel. So what CJ got to do in this off season? I don't really know. I have no idea, to be honest with
Uh, on the New England side, I think that was a great win for them because of their defense, and the offense actually played pretty poorly because they couldn't stop the Texans defense, but they did make plays when it had to count.
you. This is
And
what
I
I mean. This
and
is
I
what I
like
mean by a
and
team.
and I like how Drake May see what I did there.
No, I don't know what you're saying, what you're doing. What? It
I
look
said,
like
see what
sound.
I did there.
No, I don't. It sound like you. You
Drake
sound like you.
Drake May. I
I
said
don't
his
know.
nickname with his name.
I don't know that man's nickname.
It's Drake May. His name is Drake May. Oh God. But anyway, he made plays when they had to count, and I think that's why they won because Drake made the plays and Abominations
Bro,
didn't. Yeah, but CJ did play better in the second half.
listen. They lost to a team that was exactly what I said the Houston Texans ain't. You know what I'm saying? And that's all it is. That's all it is. Like they lost to a team that's more complete than they
And
are.
and I and I hate when coaches rely on defense, which I know you're supposed to, but the bend and break defense always
Uh,
break at the wrong time.
yeah, I wouldn't
Cause,
know. Yeah, I agree with that.
cause remember your boy, the greatest punter of Chiefs history, Tommy Townsend, kicked the ball to the 2 yard line, right? Fourth quarter. And the Pacers
What
just
year?
sprayed. I'm talking about this game, because Tommy Townsend played for the Texans.
Oh, okay, okay. I
And
thought
he
you were
kicked
talking
the
about a
ball
Chiefs game. Go ahead.
and he kicked it to the 2 yard line, right?
Yep.
And fourth quarter, with like 8 minutes left on the clock, all the Patriots did was run the ball. That defense was tired. It broke. And
That's it.
even though they stopped them and made them punt, they still took like 4 minutes off the clock. And on
I
the
think it
two
was like
possession
five.
game,
It was like 5 minutes, wasn't it? They took some time. They took
and
their time.
and to punt, they still got to stop, like I said, but you were still down by two possessions with like 3 minutes left to go,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and that was crazy. Now to the nightcap, the comeback kids, the Chicago Bears, lost to the St. Louis. Ooh, my bad. Los Angeles Rams.
St. Louis.
I don't know why St. Louis in my head.
Cause you ready for Mardi Gras.
I thought that was in New Orleans.
They always have something in St. Louis too.
Oh yeah, they do. Well, why would I go to that trash city?
Cause it's Mardi Gras.
I don't like people. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is your take on that Rams game?
The Bears overachieved this year, which is gonna make it difficult for next year.
Uh huh.
The Bears overachieved this year, so it's gonna make it difficult for next year. They did a great job. It was they basically They basically they were the Lions of this season. I wouldn't even say with a better quarterback. They just took the league by storm because nobody thought Caleb Williams would take the leap that he did in the first year. I don't think with Ben Johnson. So basically, they were the 2021. Nope, nope, nope. I don't even know how long Dan Campbell been there, but they were
Oh,
rookie Dan. They were rookie Dan Campbell Lions basically.
I think I knew they was gonna lose because all their wins was basically comebacks,
Yeah,
and you're gonna run out of time doing that comeback stuff.
I agree. I
But they
agree.
would, but they would have won if Ben Johnson didn't turn into Ben Dan Kimball in the first half, first quarter.
You gonna blame this on Ben Johnson?
Yeah, take the points,
But
kick
that's
the
what he
field,
does.
kick the field goal.
I don't think they would have won even if that had been the case. But
You'd have
you
had
know,
you'd have been up 6 points.
I don't think they would have won had that been the case. But I will say this: I don't think it was wrong for him to put that in what's the quarterback's name for the Bears?
Caleb,
Yes, Caleb's hands at the end. But he would like. I feel like there was some part of him that was probably it was probably about to get picked off no matter what because that cross the body throw that he did downfield, I think to the tight end. I couldn't believe he even made that throw. He even got that throw off because he was getting tackled at the end of it. So you know, slinging it like that at some point, you're probably begging for an interception. But I think I think they overachieved this season, and that it just came crashing down because they met a better team. Like now they played them to the teeth, no doubt. But and they held their own. They held their own very, very well. They took it to overtime. That was the overtime game, right?
yes.
I don't want to make I want to make sure I got that right because I was sitting there watching it at work and I just watching it and I couldn't believe some of the plays that was being called. But that's where experience helps because Matthew Stafford, he kind of was surgical with it at first. And then it looked like Caleb was about to be surgical with it. Then he just wasn't at one point. He just that one interception messed it all up. So
All right. Before we go to championship Sunday games for tomorrow, John Harbaugh to the Giants.
I'm sure he's kicking himself right now because he probably would have been a shoe in for the Bills.
Matt LaFleur stayed with the Packers.
What are your thoughts about Harbaugh?
Harbaugh, I think he's kicking himself as well. Because I would have took the Bills job over the Giants.
I
But
had a
that,
question. I had a real question.
uh,
Are NFL head coaches, they're obviously not. Maybe they're too inundated and maybe they're too bogged down by their own stuff that they got to deal with. But when you unemployed, you should be thinking about the whole NFL scope, right? With me and you both knew that if they didn't would go to the championship game, probably the Super Bowl, uh, that he was going to get fired. The Bills head coach,
Kermit,
McDermott. We both knew, Mo Horton, we all knew that he was going to get fired. And if that's the job you wanted, you should have held out, bro.
yeah.
Like, that
Because the
doesn't,
Giants job wasn't going nowhere.
it wasn't going anywhere at all. And even if it was, there are other jobs. There are probably better jobs. The Giants job? No. I think you could have done better than the Giants. Sorry.
I think so too. Uh,
You got an injured quarterback and an injured running back. I think you could have done better than the Giants. but I
and an
understand why.
injured wide receiver,
I understand. Yeah, and
and an aging defense.
I understand why he wanted the job. Don't get me wrong. Don't throw. I'm not throwing that out there. I understand why he got the job or why he wanted the job. But let's be honest, the Bills' job is better. The Bills' job is better because
Kevin
they got a more complete team than the Giants. Go ahead. Sorry.
Kevin Stefanski, Atlanta Falcons. I didn't like that pick for them.
I'm not a fan of it either, but I'm not really a fan of Kevin Stefanski as much as I want to be. I'd like to be, but I don't know. Maybe it's a Shador thing for me. I don't really know what it is.
I don't know what it is neither, but I just don't think that was the right fit for him.
I wasn't a
I
fan.
think John Harbaugh should have took that one over the Giants, in my opinion.
Really.
That's an easy division to win, brother.
Yeah, but the goal is not division. The goal is Super Bowl.
Win the division, you're in the playoffs.
I mean, I agree because you are going up against the Eagles, who always have draft picks. But they got
Cowboys,
the Cowboys. Well, I don't even know why you brought them up. And who's the third one in that division?
the Commanders.
That's why he picked the job.
He get picked
That
third
for
place.
for the immediate future, I'm not saying it's easy because it's not. But when you're in a division with the Cowboys, they gonna like who believes in Brian Schottenheimer? I don't see any hands. Um, who who believes like the Eagles keep having to switch offensive coordinators always. Like they even had Matt Nagy come in there, and that's when you when you got that man coming in there, you scraping the bottom of the barrel. Uh, and then I always forget the third one.
I forgot to.
Giants, Cowboys,
Commanders.
the Commanders, and the Commanders don't know which way is up. I don't
And they
even know.
fire and they fire both coordinators.
I don't know where they going from here because at the end of the day, Jaden Daniels ain't really been on the field, so y'all need to get that offensive line. Like they got so many problems there that they need. It's going to be a while for they get back into contention. So I see why he took it. It makes sense a little bit.
But we both don't like the Stefanski. So Robert Salah got another job after the Jets to the Tennessee Titans.
The Jets are a dumpster fire organization.
I know. Then he went back to Niners defensive coordinator for 1 year. Now he got another head coaching job. Maybe, hopefully, Tennessee will run this uh organization better than the Jets been running theirs.
There's no doubt in either of our minds that they will. Like eh, Mike Berganzi went 1 year before he decided to do a coaching change. I think Matt Nagy thought he had that job locked down.
Well,
I think he thought he had that job locked down. And then they go then they go hire this dude. Listen,
a defensive guy at that.
at that, right?
I
I'm
think
interested to see who these assistants are gonna be. I'm
because
interested to see who the assistants will be.
because he need a great coordinator for that young rookie, well, second year player now, Cam Ward. Uh,
Mhm.
I still think you need to get another running back in there because Tony Pollard is old in NFL terms. Uh, I
Yeah.
don't even I don't even know who their tight end is. Then they don't have no wide receiver for real, do they?
No, Calvin Ridley, but
Uh,
oh,
and that rookie wide receiver,
Traylon Burks?
somebody out.
Who are you talking about?
They got a nice little rookie receiver. I don't know his name till I hear it. He's
Mhm.
light skinned.
That helps. It
That
doesn't.
helped. But I'm interested. Next is Jeff Halfley to the Dolphins. Halfley,
When did that happen?
and I don't know, like at least 2 days ago.
Uh,
And
Maybe I've been kind of focused on this
even
stupid snowstorm.
Mo Horton text that one in the group text
Maybe I've been focused on this stupid storm because
because
I
I
that
said, "Who is that guy?" And I think he came from McVeigh Tree or something.
I had to see him.
And then Jesse Minter to the Ravens.
Yep. And Jesse Minter is the DC was the DC for the Rams, right?
Chargers.
Chargers. That's it. LA. That's what confused me. So you know, I'm interested to see. Actually, for Minter, I wonder will he take Khalil Mack? Because quiet is kept. Khalil Mack been still balling. You sent that. You sent me that. You sent the group text that.
The four seasons for each of his teams.
Yeah, and those numbers are crazy for Khalil Mack. Those numbers are nuts.
Uh, I'm
And
like
if I'm Mentor, I'm bringing him in if his no if his contract is up with LA. That's a cross country move.
him and Rocco Smith.
Mm. When the last time you heard anything about Roquan Smith? I'm not saying he's a bum, but I'm not saying he's not what he was.
I just heard about him when I just mentioned him.
In theory, you the only one mentioning him.
Then we still have openings for the Cardinals, Browns, Raiders, and Steelers.
Uh,
Why your boy in the Bills? And why your boy, Mister, you and him having a kid race? Philip Rivers getting a coaching interview.
cause I don't know. Let's rewind the tapes. You don't remember Jeff Saturday?
I remember Jeff Saturday got that.
Like father, like daughter. That's all I got to say on that.
And
Because
it
if
was
it wasn't for Shame, he would have hired Jeff Saturday full time.
well, what is it about the Bills organization? They don't like black people or something?
I don't
What was
even.
all that about?
What you mean?
Keon Coleman, the owner, said some things about black people or whatever.
No, Keon Coleman has underachieved now. Don't let's not pretend like he hasn't underachieved. He's underachieved.
I'm talking about Keon Coleman that said anything. It was the owner or whatever. I'm trying to piece it together.
They've they expected something of him that I don't think he was able to achieve. Like that, I wanted Keon Coleman in that draft that he was in, but let's be honest with ourselves. Keon Coleman, if you wasn't drafted in the first half of the draft, the first 20 picks, your wide receiver was probably not going to be super great. Yeah, and I don't think Keon Coleman got drafted in the first. Did he get drafted in the first round?
I had no idea.
I can't remember. Uh, the higher you get drafted, the more is put on you. If he is drafted, let's say 70 something, nobody would care. Nobody would care that he's not doing anything right now. But he was drafted in the first 40 picks. If he's drafted in 41, 42, 45, whatever, they wouldn't care. But since he wasn't drafted there, he was drafted early, then people are gonna care a lot more. And in that manner, he's underachieved.
All right.
What do you
Smart.
think?
I I I wanna. I should have dig down into it on what the owners actually said.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was picked second round, but he was 33rd overall. That's what I thought. Because I want to say he was in the same pick with Worthy, but I can't remember. And then, oh, uh, also he had that viral moment with that press conference.
Oh yeah.
Like, so when you have when you have that virality or whatever, it puts eyes on you from a from an entertainment standpoint. But at some point, that entertainment wears out, and you gotta produce. And he's not producing. I don't think he has. I think he's essentially McCole Hardman. Essentially, Keon Coleman stats. Yeah, he's not. I don't even think he's McCole. No, he's not. They picked him with the 33rd pick, and he's never cracked 600 yards receiving in a year. So that's a problem. It's absolutely a problem.
All right.
That's
Uh,
why they brought it up.
Championship Sunday. AFC game is first. The Patriots traveled to Denver, which they never won in the playoffs at 0-5. They played one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Jarrett Stidham, who was drafted by the Patriots. So I don't think this game is a cupcake game like everybody giving it to the Patriots. It's going to be a hard game. It's got Denver defense is still defense. Uh, I got the Broncos.
You crazy. You nuts, bro. You nuts. You've been a Patriots hater for a long time, my G. Here's my thing.
All season.
But yeah, you don't have to be consistent. Like it's not a thing. Yeah, you don't have to be consistent. But whatever.
It makes
It's
perfect.
your it's your thing. Do what you want to do in the words of whoever sang that song, because I can't tell you who sang it to. Um,
I
I
think
got
that
the
was EU on the song doing the butt.
what?
EU
Eh,
doing the
No,
butt. Hey.
no, that's not on that song. If it is on that song, it's a take from a different song. Anyway,
Okay.
hold on. It's your thing. I gotta figure out who that song's by. But listen, I don't have the Broncos. I obviously got the Patriots for obvious reasons. Bo Nick's out. Somebody I saw. I hate TikTok in this way, but they be sending out false whatevers. Like Bo Nix was gonna play. Bo Nix couldn't even walk off the field hardly. So he's definitely not playing. But Jared Stidham,
He's decent.
here's my thing about Jared Stidham. You don't have to be decent to be a backup quarterback. You just got to be able to be coached good enough to make sure you're able to be keep yourself in a game. They got a team, or that's that team concept that I was talking about, right?
All
That
you gotta be is all you gotta be is trick different. Don't
you're
turn the
not.
ball over.
That's it. You don't have to worry about tripping about all the other stuff that we was talking about because you got a full team. You got pass rush. Uh, you got defensive backs.
You got
They got a
wide
team.
outs.
They got a team, and so does the Patriots. That's why I do think this one could be a barn burner. Um, I got the Patriots, obviously, but I think, which I hate this about Sean Payton because he's obviously in the division. Uh, I do believe that Sean Payton can coach Jared Stidham up to possibly win this game. That's what I believe.
He can and uh I was talking to somebody at work at my part time job, Damon. And I was telling him that Sean Payton is a Hall of Fame coach.
Absolutely.
He gonna say no, he's not. Why? Because he got one ring. I said, yeah,
Yeah.
one ring, and he can know how to coach. The dude know how to coach, and I think this Broncos team,
Proves it.
they have the luxury of playing with what we call house money.
You
Nobody,
think you
nobody expected them to win because Bo Nick's out. So you don't. There's no pressure on you, bro. None whatsoever.
I disagree.
Why?
Because you're not getting back. Because here's the thing, you only got this year. You only have this year. Everybody, listen, everybody's going to be back on the Chargers next season, period. Like, whether Mike McDaniel's on the team or not, everybody's going to be on the Chargers next year because they're on the Chargers every single year. Okay. And then, yeah, you're getting Pat coming off an injury, but Pat's going to be Pat. Like, that's just going to happen. And you got a Chiefs retool. I don't want to call it a rebuild. It's a retool. Like, I don't know. I don't. I just don't think that they can You have to replicate this for next season, and I don't know if you can, especially with Bo Nix having a season-ending injury this late in the game.
I'm not saying that they can replicate this season. All I'm saying is, going into this game, you shouldn't feel the pressure if you're the Broncos because nobody picking you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that aspect of it.
That's what I'm saying. With they play with house money, ain't nobody expect you to be here.
I expect. I get it from that aspect. I
That's
get it
what
from
I
that
that's
aspect.
that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying just don't care. Like usually, if Bo Nix was still the starting quarterback, the Broncos will be favored, right?
No.
You still think the Patriots be favored?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Drake May is the offensive player of the year. Or he's the offensive rookie. Not rookie. Drake May is in the running to be offensive player of the year.
MVP.
Who they who they MVP too? Who they got on that off? Who they got on the Broncos to even say that about? Nobody. Stephon Diggs been balling. Jared Sutton or Sutton been balling, but like the virality is for the Patriots. I do think the Patriots would still be favored to win this game.
Who would you, if you the Broncos, who would you put Sertan on?
Don't
Booty?
Surtain shut down a certain side of the field?
A lot of times they give him wherever the best player is lately.
Well, I would definitely go Stephon Diggs.
You put him on this instead of Butte.
Yes.
Butte been balling.
Yeah, but not like Diggs has. Diggs is where Diggs is one of those guys that Drake May looks for specifically when he's in trouble. So I would definitely keep an eye on. I would definitely have him going with Stephon Diggs
The
personally.
Patriots need to have. They definitely need to get Stevenson and Henderson going.
Oh, absolutely. The running game's going to have to be. In fact, personally, I think that's one of the things you have to do in order to combat that pressure from the defensive line from the front seven. You got to get the running game off the ground.
I know the rookie left side, Will Campbell, and the other dude, 58, can't have a bad game like they did against the Texans. It'd be a long night.
No, they definitely cannot.
They
But
picked the
there's
wrong
potential.
time.
But there's potential for that to happen, though.
They picked the wrong time to have that bad game.
Yep.
Uh,
Agreed.
but if they start getting beat, I will. What I would do, I throw Hunter Henry on that side and just tell Hunter Henry just turn around, but dump him the ball, and that will keep Benito and everybody kind of stay back because if you listen from that side, then all of a sudden the tight end is just getting 5, 6 yards per pop. You're gonna have to stop blitzing from that side, bro.
I would do that with Trayvon Henderson and the tight end. To be honest with you, like you
It,
you
or play both Hooper and Henry at the same time,
double tight end sets, 12, yes, 12 personnel, absolutely.
and then have
In fact,
Diggs and
in fact,
Boutte.
in fact, that may be what you want to do.
And Matt Collins might play this game.
We'll
So
see.
Sunday night game, round three, Seahawks versus the Rams.
Division game already.
I think Seattle swept them this year,
Yep.
and it's
Which is
already
why which is
it's
why
already
I'm going
been
Rams.
times. So I'm going Rams because I don't trust Sam Darnold. Can Seattle defense stop Puka and Devontae?
Yeah, they can, but are they? No, I don't think so.
If they get that pressure up front, I think it's gonna be a long night for Stafford.
The defensive, like for the Rams, that defensive four is the star of the defense, right? Uh, uh, the edge
Burst,
rusher, Jared
burst,
Fitz, huh?
burst.
Yeah, Jared Verse, and then Fisk, and all those guys up front. They could get to the quarterback, and it's Sam Darnold. He hears voices, so it's just one of those things that
But
they
he
could
see
do
ghosts
it.
with the Patriots though.
Say what?
He see ghosts with the Patriots though.
He might if that defensive front could be formidable, he might you can make him see him that in that game too. So that's why I do have the Rams, and yeah, I got the Rams in this game.
So it's a rematch of the Super Bowl. Rams and Patriots. Is that what you going at?
2018 Super Bowl. Yeah,
Yes.
that was 2018. Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. Uh, you looked at. I know the answer probably no, or maybe a little bit of the game. Did you look at the college championship game?
I was
Indiana.
at work. No, I paid attention to it though. I didn't watch it,
I I watched it. They was killing Fernando in the beginning. Late
but
hit.
they.
Oh,
I heard. I was like on the game cast. I wasn't. I was listening to it on the thing, and then I watching the game cast every so often uh, at my job. But here's what I'm gonna say about that. Here's what I gotta ask you. If Bro's gonna be the number one overall pick, right?
Fernando, yes. Consensus, yes.
Do you have you heard about Mark Cuban? I don't know if this is 100% true, but have you heard about Mark Cuban?
Somebody, I think you text that.
Okay, okay, you did read it.
Uh,
You wasn't really answering when
uh,
doing that, but what would you do if you okay for the people that is listening,
but he did.
watching? Uh, allegedly, Mark Cuban has offered Fernando Mendoza to pay his whole rookie contract to him next year to come back for one more season and run it back.
I don't think he has any more eligibility though.
I mean,
But to be fair, he did declare for the NFL draft.
oh, so then that's false. Then don't worry about it. If he declared, I don't think you can take it back.
No, you got. I don't think he has no more eligibility. First of all, but
Oh,
if you
well, then that's
declare,
it.
if you declare, you could you could come. You got a timeline where you can say, "No, I'm going back to school." Just like the NBA, like you got a certain time frame to undeclare.
Hold
But
on, let me see.
but I think he.
Does
I think
Fernando Mendoza have any eligibility left in college football? I'm asking Google.
What they say?
He's got 1 year of eligibility remaining.
Oh, well, they say he declared so. And his little
No,
brother.
he announces his intention to declare,
Oh,
according to NFL.com. So he hasn't declared yet. Did
uh,
Mark Cuban offer money for Fernando Mendoza to stay in college? $40 million to stay at Indiana and try to repeat the national championship. I don't, again, it doesn't say this is not from a reputable source, but if anybody could do that, it would be Mark Cuban. Mark
yeah,
Cuban
yeah,
is an alumni of Indiana, and I'm sure he can get a ownership group together, not a quote unquote ownership. He could pay it. He could pay it personally if he wanted to.
yeah, because NIL.
Exactly.
So
That would
to
that
answer
would
to answer
that
your
would be the
question,
ultimate baller move for me.
to
The
answer your
ultimate baller.
question, yes, I would go back to Indiana for 40 million for 1 year.
I absolutely would too. Come on now. Come on now. Like college is a different beast altogether. And I'm getting paid like a NFL like I'm getting paid $40 million to be in college. Come on, bro. That's a no-brainer for me. I just wish I knew this was true. If this was true,
And in that state of Indiana with income tax low too.
I don't know how low is the state of Indiana's income tax.
The only reason I know is because that one dude that used to play for the Chargers, that's asking him about taxes and stuff. And you know how he used to break down how, what they eat on the road trips and stuff. And he broke down the taxes. He said the best place to play is the AFC South because Texas, no state income tax. Uh, Tennessee, no state income tax. Florida, Jaguars, no state income tax. And he said the coast, Indiana has very low state income tax. That's the only reason I know about the income tax in Indiana.
If my wife ever go for it, I'm moving to Tennessee. Yeah.
What city?
Huh?
What city?
Wherever I can buy a lot of land.
Go down to Memphis, baby.
I'm not going to Memphis.
Don't
Not
do
going
that.
to Memphis.
Don't do that.
I ain't ready for the Memphis streets.
Well, you go to Gatlinburg.
And I'm
Hang
not
out.
trying to go. I'm not trying to go that either. I'm trying to go out in the backwoods.
All right, go to Pigeon Forge. Hang out with Dolly.
Definitely not going there. Might as well just go to. I guess I can't go to what's the name no more. She sold all those things now.
Can't go to Branson.
No, thank you. I go there every year. No thanks. Anyway,
We supposed to have brother-in-law Tim live next week with us.
we'll see what happens.
Hey, that's gonna be a wild show.
Of course it will.
Thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Hey, stay warm, stay safe, check on your people in this cold weather. Dang near everybody in the United States is under this weather advisory. Some getting hit harder than others, but stay warm. But until next time, stay safe, stay easy, and remember, fat meat is greasy.
Deuces.